My husband and I decided last minute that we wanted to do a road trip to visit our family out west. We haven't seen a lot of them in years, so we wanted to go see them. And as we were leaving Georgia, packing our car and our little baby to go visit everyone, the weather was actually quite chilly and the leaves were starting to fall off the trees. The trees were turning color. But once we got back from California, back home to Georgia, the trees had almost lost all their color and it was quite stunning. I wanted to document this time. I love autumn. I think it's such a beautiful time. You get warm days, you get cool days. Tonight it's actually supposed to freeze, so I'm pretty excited about that. But yes, I love autumn. It just, there's excitement in the air because the holidays are right around the corner and my baby's birthday is coming up. So yeah, California was definitely a blessing. We enjoyed spending time with our family, seeing everyone. It was just absolutely incredible. And I'm really glad that we ended up doing a road trip with an almost 2-year-old baby. So yeah, it's totally doable. But before I get any further into this video, I want to thank Wildgrain for sending me a free box of their products to try out. Wildgrain is a membership box that delivers baked from freezer sourdough bread, pastas, and pastries to your home. Each box is $89. Wildgrain actually gave me a discount code for you to use, and the first 50 people will get $10 off their box, plus free croissants. Who doesn't love free croissants? And my discount code is Lydia April, and then I'll leave my referral link down below if you are interested in checking that out. I'll put all my information in the description box. If you've been following me for a while, or if you actually know me in person, I love sourdough. I love sourdough, anything, breads, desserts, you name it, I love it. So if you've been wanting to get your feet wet and, make a starter, but you're kind of nervous because you don't know if you're going to like sourdough bread because you've tried the one from the store and it just, not your cup of tea, this is the perfect opportunity for you to actually try real sourdough bread. I'm talking about like artisan loaf sourdough bread. So if you've been wanting to try that, give it a shot, see if you like it. And if you like it, I think you'll be quite surprised on how different the loaves from the store are, the store-bought ones, compared to these ones. They're extremely different and the flavor is incredible. I love that their ingredients are super clean and they're pretty simple, which of course that's what sourdough, in my opinion, is all about. And all of Wildgrain's products take around 25 minutes to bake, so there is not a lot of thinking that goes into this. You just bake it, let it cool, and enjoy it. Love that, especially if you have like a busy night. And I mentioned this briefly, but you have free croissants in every box. These biscuits have my name written all over them. I love orange and cranberry anything, so definitely going to be making these. But first up, I am going to preheat my oven and I'm going to place this bread because it is like super festive. It's like holiday-y because it has cranberries and pecans. So I wanted to make this bread first while we let it bake in my oven. We are going to be taking a walk through my garden. Here are my tomatoes that are still hanging on. I have a lot of green ones, which I picked, and I'm going to be asking my mom for like this fermented recipe that she makes. But I did end up picking all my red ones. My little guy helped me. It's super cute. I just love that he's at this stage right now where he's helping me. And here is my winter squash. It's still hanging on by a thread. I actually got pretty lucky with my winter squash, my cucumbers. I don't really know what happened. And here is my camellias. They're like holiday-y camellias. Not exactly the prettiest, but hey, I love me a little flowers. So here's my camellias that are actually blossoming right now. They're incredibly beautiful. And yeah, I still have all these beautiful flowers in my garden because the weather has been pretty warm until tonight. Tonight, I think, is going to pretty much, I think tonight I'm going to have to say goodbye to my garden. But here are my marigolds. Had like a few different types of marigolds. Yeah, they were just really beautiful. And I really enjoyed seeing the pollinators pollinate each flower and everything else. So here's the bread. Once I pulled it out of the oven, I allowed it to completely cool off and then I sliced it. As you can see, it has like beautiful cranberries all over it, and there's the pecans, which I love. All I'm going to do is slather it with some butter, Make sure you use good quality butter. I'm using Kerrygold at the moment. That's my favorite, and it happens to be salted, so that's a bonus. And yeah, I really like this bread. It has a very sourdoughy taste to it, but an actual real sourdough taste to it, because I can't stress how important it is to have a real sourdough flavor, not like the ones from the store. It actually tastes authentic, which I love. But I'm really thankful that we got to be able to see our family out in California. I actually haven't seen my parents for over a year and a half, which was super emotional when I did eventually get to see them. We're not going to talk about that, but let's just say it was emotional. And I love that I got to see my little guy interact with all his cousins and his cousins interacting with him. Yeah, it just really tugged at my heartstrings and my husband's heartstrings. And it was just a really beautiful trip, seeing everyone and seeing all our siblings and, spending quality time with them. Although it was way too short because my husband had to hurry back. He ended up having to go back to work, which is good too, but it was trippy because, we left Georgia and it was green, and then we came back and all the leaves were gone. So very interesting. I decided that these cranberry orange biscuits had my name written all over them. So I placed them on a cooking sheet and I topped them with some butter. Since my cranberry orange biscuits were baking, I started getting all festive-y, and I decided that it was time to make myself some mint tea. Now these are mint leaves from my garden that I actually grew, and I went ahead and got that going. I pulled out my ginormous Christmas mug, and these are the biscuits once they were finished baking. I gotta say, these were the best biscuits I have ever had in my entire life, and I've had plenty of biscuits, but these biscuits were super flaky and flavorful. They weren't like dry or anything. They were just incredible, okay? Do you guys see that little piece of orange zest that's like hanging out right there? And they had like the perfect amount of cranberries, not overly sweet. They were just like perfection, melt in your mouth, delicious goodness. So I decided to split one in half, and then I went ahead and slathered it with some more butter, and I topped it off with some honey, because honey and biscuits, they just go together, just like the butter goes with the biscuits, okay? Don't judge me. So I was feeling very festive-y right now. Do you guys like to wait after Thanksgiving to decorate for Christmas, or are you guys early birds and like to decorate for Christmas way before Thanksgiving? I like to wait until after Thanksgiving lunch or dinner to actually decorate for Christmas, so I'm going to be holding off on all my decorations, but let me know what you guys do. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.